Hi everybody, welcome back to Shell Start Stitches. I hope you're all doing okay. Have had a nice weekend and hopefully a good quick week after the bank holiday. Lovely and sunny here again today. I haven't done much crochet this weekend because I've been a bit busy doing other bits and bobs, but there you go. So yeah, thanks for coming back and for joining us, and to any new subscribers, hello and welcome. I normally do various things in my videos, so sometimes a haul, sometimes what I'm working on. A lot of the time it's a haul, to be fair, what I've had in the post. But today we've had no post. We've had no yarny goodness in the post, which makes a change for me. I've got a Siobhan's order coming, but yeah, nothing's arrived this week at the moment, and I haven't purchased anything else yarny related. Which is probably good for my bank balance, my bank account. So I'm starting to use up some of my stash. So obviously last week I showed you the shawl that I had finished, and I had started on the License to Frill jumper from the Missing Yarn that we're running as a crochet along on one of the Toft Addicts groups. So I think I'd got to about 10 or 12 rows in when I showed you last week. We had some drama. Monday, the bank holiday Monday evening, a few of us in the crochet along were measuring our jumper widths to make sure they kind of tied in with the pattern. I hadn't bothered and happily gung-ho gone up to row 30, and when I measured it I found that the width was going to be far too wide for me. I think it's about 24.5 inches, which is weird because I've done this jumper once before, and that was the first time I've ever done this pattern, and I didn't have a problem at all. My tension was obviously super tight and it was the perfect size. So I unpicked on Monday night all 30 rows of what I had done, and because you cut the yarn at each end for the colour change, yeah, I had to undo it backwards and knot it onto the balls as I went, which obviously means I've got a lot of knots in places I didn't really want, but because it's hand dye yarn I had to salvage it because I've only got obviously those colours, not to be repeated. So yeah, I had to salvage it and knot it. So I've got some knots that I'm going to have to weave in at the end, in the middle of the jumper, rather than all the knots just being at the edges. So yeah, we tried to redo it. I think in the end we settled on the 5th attempt, and it was like, it is going to be what it's going to be. I'm just going to try and do it really tightly when I crochet it. So yeah, we undid it. We didn't do it 30 rows again 5 times. I did probably about 10 rows and undid, and got really annoyed with it, as have some of the other ladies. I'm using the same hook and everything. I think obviously maybe, I don't know, whatever I was doing at the time, my tension was tighter. I think I definitely want to make another one of these again. I like the style of the jumper, so if I do, I might try going down to a 3.5mm hook, because this one uses a 4, just in case that's what I did. But I don't think it was. I can't remember. Anyway, so I have now caught back up again, with the exception of, I think today's part of the crochet along, maybe some of yesterday's. But considering I've got up to 30 rows and I had to frog it all back and unpick it all and start again. So here we are. This is my back piece. It is a slightly baggier fit jumper. It's not a skin tight, so this is sort of going to be the width of it on me. Obviously we're going to sew the 2 sides together, so I'll lose a bit in terms of inside seam. And I've just decided now that if it is still too big, we're just going to shrink it a bit in the wash. I can't face unpicking and doing it again. So yeah, let me hold it up to the camera so you can see. I mean, it's just a repeating pattern. So yeah, so this is 48 rows that I've got here for my back piece, which looks quite small. Excuse the door blowing in the wind. But obviously we have got, that's going to be at the top, and then we've got some ribbing to do at the bottom, and it is sort of supposed to be a slightly cropped-ish jumper, but I did my ribbing a bit longer last time, and I'll do the same again on this one. So I'll have a look at my existing one to see how far I did. Actually, yeah, that's going to be the back. I don't know if that's going to be too wide. I really hope not, because I've got to do shaping at the top. Nah, we'll find out when we try it on, and then we'll shrink it in the wash. Panicking again now. But yeah, so that is my back piece, and I have already started on my front piece now. So this is how far we've got. So we're 15, 16 rows in. So yeah, we'll see how that goes. They're probably going to end up totally different. I haven't actually checked to see the width of them, to be fair. So if I pull that out, nah, they're not too far off each other, if I'm honest. It looks a bit shorter at the bottom, it's a bit tighter at the bottom, but they're actually not too far off. So they're about the same width each, so at least they're consistent in their size. Otherwise I'd have one bit like that and one like that. So yeah, but we are on, yeah, row 15 or 16 on this. And I'm probably going to have to cake up some more of this rainbow fish colour, this pastel colour here. I do have another skein of it, but I only caked up one skein. Make sure we use all of that up before we start the next one. But yeah, so that is how we're getting on. I definitely think I'll try it with a 3.5mm hook next time, just to see. But, you know, I might put all this together and you know, sew it up together and it'd be fine. But when I originally did it, and it was 24.5 inches, that's way too wide. I think this is 21.5, maybe 22. And I know it's only like a couple of inches, but obviously a couple of inches is like that. So, and I'm doing the small size. I'm on small. That's the smallest it goes. So we will see how we get on. But yeah, that's what I'm focusing on and working on at the moment. It was a 2-week crochet along, so theoretically, by the end of this week, so what will that be, like 15th of May? No, later than that. We're today the 8th. Yeah, maybe the 15th of May. We should be finished, hopefully, with the jumper, she says. Yeah, then I need to obviously pick my next project, but we'll get this finished first and we'll see where we're at next weekend. I've still got my Flora Society from Toff to do. There is something I would like to try and make for somebody, so we'll have a look at that and give that a go, maybe. But yeah, no yarny hauls for you, I'm afraid. I know it's a bit of a bland video this week. Hope you all enjoyed the craft room tour. It is tidy for me. There's just a lot of stuff in there. And as I'm trying to be good and start to use up more of my actual stash than buy too much more. But we shall see. Because obviously the more yarn I use, the more space I'm going to be able to make for myself. But yeah, so I think the next Flora Society from Toft is obviously due. We had one in February. So maybe we're getting one this month. So January, February, March, April, maybe May. Yeah, it's four across the year. So I would imagine we're getting one either May or June time. And I've obviously got my cornflower kit from Warwickshire Museum. So I have plenty of projects and plenty of things I can make. And I'll probably go back to doing the flower monsters after this, maybe. Because yeah, I've done blankets, my shawl obviously recently, and a jumper. So, or maybe I'll make some socks for the winter. Who knows? But yeah, yeah. Hope you enjoyed the craft room tour. Hopefully it stays that way and that tidy for me, because that, yeah, as I say, is tidy. But yeah, if you've got any videos you'd like me to cover or anything you'd like me to do, let me know. Conscious we've done chains, double crochet and double crochet in the round for amigurumi. A lot of these that I'm doing now, and especially like the shawl and this jumper, are trebles. So I'll try and record a video so you can see trebles, half trebles, things like that. But yeah, it's been a fairly quiet week on the crochet front. So thanks for watching. I do appreciate you all coming back, and that this is a bit of a quick fly-by-night type video. But yeah, hopefully I'll have a finished jumper to show you next week. And I may have got Care Bears. I've got a feeling Siobhan was dyeing them this weekend, so I may have got my Care Bears and my other order that's due to arrive this week. hopefully. But yeah, have a lovely week this week, and hopefully I'll see you again next weekend. Yeah, ready with a jumper scarf. Take care. Bye.